Listen carefully because I have not forgotten you. Before this moment began, I already knew the questions resting inside your heart. I have seen every silent tear that no one else noticed. I have heard every prayer that never reached another person's ears. Even when you believe your words disappeared into the silence, I remain close to you. I was never distant. I was never unaware. I have been working in places your eyes could not reach and preparing paths your mind could not yet understand. There have been days when you wondered whether your efforts mattered. You kept moving while carrying burdens that felt heavier with every step. You smile for others while hiding your own exhaustion. You encourage people around you while quietly asking who would encourage you. I saw every one of those moments. Nothing about your journey has escaped my attention. My child, I want you to understand something today. Your story is not ending where your pain began. I am able to bring hope into places that seem empty and peace into situations that appear impossible. What you cannot change by your own strength is never beyond my power. I ask you to stop measuring your future by your present circumstances, because I see far beyond what you can see today. You have spent too much time believing that your mistakes define you. You have replayed old memories until they convinced you that nothing better could happen. But I do not speak to you through shame. I call you forward with mercy. Every new morning is another reminder that my grace is greater than your regrets. I have not called you to remain trapped in yesterday. I am inviting you to walk toward the future with confidence and faith. There are moments when fear whispers louder than hope. Fear tells you that you will fail again. Fear tells you that doors will remain closed. Fear tells you that your prayers have gone unanswered. Do not allow those voices to become stronger than the truth. My truth remains steady even when your emotions change. My promises remain faithful even when your circumstances seem uncertain. I know that waiting has tested your patience. Waiting often feels uncomfortable because you cannot see what is happening behind the scenes. But waiting does not mean I have abandoned you. Many of the greatest blessings arrive after seasons that require endurance. While you are waiting, I am shaping your character. I am strengthening your faith. I am teaching you to trust me more deeply than before. Look around your life with fresh eyes. There are blessings you have overlooked because they arrived quietly instead of dramatically. There are opportunities you almost ignored because they looked ordinary. There are people I placed beside you whose kindness became an answer to prayers you barely remembered praying. Gratitude opens your heart to recognize what I have already been doing. Do not compare your journey with someone else's path. Each life unfolds according to a different purpose. Comparing yourself with others only steals the peace I desire for you. Instead, choose to celebrate every small step forward, every lesson you learn, every act of kindness you give, every moment you choose forgiveness over bitterness. These are victories that shape your future. You often ask me to change your circumstances while I am working to transform your heart. When your heart becomes stronger, your perspective changes. When your perspective changes, your decisions become wiser. When your decisions become wiser, your future begins to reflect the growth taking place within you. Never underestimate the quiet work happening inside your soul. I want you to release the weight of carrying everything alone. You were never created to live under constant anxiety. Bring your worries to me instead of allowing them to grow in silence. Speak honestly in prayer. You do not need perfect words. You only need an honest heart. I already know what troubles you before you speak. Yet I welcome every conversation because relationship is more valuable than empty performance. Remember that forgiveness is not weakness. Forgiveness frees your own heart from chains that bitterness tries to build. When you choose forgiveness, you make room for healing. Healing takes time, but every step toward it matters. Do not rush your growth. Trust that I am patient with you even while I continue shaping your life. Some answers will come quickly, others will arrive little by little. Do not lose hope simply because everything has not changed overnight. Lasting transformation often happens through faithful daily steps. Continue choosing kindness. Continue choosing integrity. Continue choosing faith even when you cannot yet see the complete picture. Today, I invite you to become more aware of the blessings surrounding you. Pay attention to moments of peace. Notice opportunities to encourage someone else. Listen carefully before reacting. Speak words that bring life instead of discouragement. These simple choices become powerful seeds that produce lasting fruit in your life and in the lives of others. Never believe that your life lacks purpose. Every act of compassion, every honest prayer, every decision to stand for what is right has meaning beyond what you can currently measure. I am able to use even your painful experiences to strengthen someone else in the future. Nothing surrendered into my hands is ever wasted. When uncertainty tries to steal your confidence, remember that I remain faithful. When disappointment tries to convince you to give up, remember that hope is still alive. When loneliness whispers that no one understands, remember that I am near to those who seek me with sincere hearts. My presence is not limited by your feelings. I remain constant through every season. Before you continue with your day, I want you to pause for one moment. Choose faith instead of fear. Choose gratitude instead of complaint. Choose hope instead of despair. These choices will shape the direction of your heart more than you realize. If these words encouraged your spirit today and you choose to walk forward in faith, comment, "I choose faith." Let that simple declaration remind both you and others that hope grows stronger when it is shared. Carry these words with you throughout your day, and remember that every step taken with faith becomes part of the greater purpose I am unfolding in your life. Do not allow your heart to become troubled because of what you cannot understand today. I have already walked ahead of you. Before the sun rose this morning, I knew every conversation you would have. I knew every challenge that would stand before you. I knew every thought that would try to steal your peace. Nothing has surprised me, and nothing has placed your future outside of my care. When you remember this truth, your heart can rest even while your mind still searches for answers. There are moments when you wonder why certain prayers seem to remain unanswered. You have asked me for direction. You have asked me for healing. You have asked me to open doors that appear firmly closed. Sometimes you begin to believe that silence means I have forgotten you. But silence is not the absence of my presence. Many times it is the place where your faith grows stronger. While you wait, I continue preparing what is best for your life. I do not delay because I do not care. I move according to wisdom that reaches beyond what you can currently see. I want you to stop carrying the burden of trying to control everything around you. Not every situation depends on your strength. Not every outcome depends on your ability. There are battles that belong in my hands alone. When you surrender what you cannot control, you create room for my peace to settle within your heart. Peace does not come because every problem disappears. Peace comes because you remember who is walking beside you. Look back for a moment and remember the difficult seasons you believed you would never survive. Remember the nights when you thought your strength had reached its end. Remember the disappointments that seemed impossible to overcome. Yet here you are today. You continued moving forward because I never stopped holding you. Even when you could not feel my presence, I remained faithful. If I carried you through those moments, I will also carry you through what lies ahead. My child, do not let disappointment become the voice that defines your future. Disappointment may visit your life, but it does not have permission to become your identity. I have created you with purpose. Your value is not measured by success or failure. Your worth is not determined by the opinions of other people. Your value comes from the love I have placed upon your life. Nothing can remove that love when you continue walking with faith. There are people who misunderstood your intentions. There are moments when your kindness was ignored. There were seasons when you gave your best and still received criticism instead of encouragement. I saw every one of those moments. Do not allow bitterness to grow where compassion should remain. Keep your heart soft even when life becomes difficult. A gentle heart remains stronger than a hardened one, because love continues to accomplish what anger never can. Be careful about the words you speak over your own life. Many times you repeat fear until it sounds like truth. Instead, begin speaking with hope. Remind yourself that every new day carries new mercy. Remind yourself that every challenge also brings an opportunity to grow. Remind yourself that I am still writing chapters that you have not yet read. Do not close the book before I finish the story. There are blessings approaching your life that cannot be rushed. If they arrived before you were prepared, they would become burdens instead of gifts. That is why patience matters. I am not only preparing the blessing, I am preparing you to receive it with wisdom, humility, and gratitude. Trust my timing even when your own schedule feels delayed. What I build carefully will remain stronger than what is built through impatience. I also want you to become more intentional with your daily choices. Choose honesty even when dishonesty appears easier. Choose kindness even when others respond with negativity. Choose humility even when pride demands attention. Every small decision shapes the person you are becoming. Greatness is not created through one dramatic moment. It grows through faithful choices made every single day. When anxiety begins to fill your thoughts, pause before fear takes control. Breathe slowly and remember that you do not walk through this life alone. Bring your concerns to me in prayer instead of allowing them to become chains around your heart. Prayer is not simply asking for things. Prayer is learning to trust me more deeply. Every sincere conversation strengthens your relationship with me and reminds you that hope is always available. Do not ignore the quiet opportunities to encourage someone else. A simple word of kindness may become the answer to another person's silent prayer. A smile may restore hope to someone carrying invisible pain. Generosity does not always require wealth. Often it begins with compassion, patience, and understanding. When you bless others, your own heart becomes stronger as well. Release the habit of comparing your journey with the lives you see around you. Comparison steals joy and creates unnecessary discouragement. Your assignment is not to become someone else. Your assignment is to become the person I created you to be. Every life unfolds differently because every purpose is unique. Trust the path I have prepared specifically for you. Do not become discouraged when growth feels slow. Seeds develop beneath the surface long before anyone sees the harvest. In the same way, your faith continues growing even during seasons when visible progress appears small. Remain faithful in ordinary moments because extraordinary change often begins quietly. Remember that forgiveness continues to bring freedom. Forgive those who failed you, not because they deserved it, but because your heart deserves peace. Carrying resentment only keeps old wounds alive. Releasing forgiveness allows healing to begin. Healing may require time, but every step forward matters. Today, I am inviting you to believe again. Believe that hope remains stronger than fear. Believe that purpose remains greater than confusion. Believe that my grace continues working in places your eyes cannot yet see. Keep walking with courage even when every answer has not yet arrived. Your future is not built upon uncertainty. It is built upon faithful steps taken one day at a time. If these words strengthen your heart today, declare your faith by commenting, "I will keep trusting." Let your testimony encourage someone else who may be waiting for hope. Every word of faith planted today becomes another reminder that you never walk this journey alone. Listen to the quiet place within your heart because I am still speaking even when the world around you becomes noisy. Many voices compete for your attention every day. Some tell you that you are not enough. Some remind you of your failures. Others fill your mind with fear about tomorrow. But my voice does not condemn you. My voice calls you toward hope. My voice reminds you that your life has meaning beyond what you can currently understand. When you choose to become still, you begin to recognize the peace that has been waiting for you all along. There have been seasons when you questioned your own strength. You wondered if you could continue carrying the responsibilities placed before you. There were mornings when getting out of bed felt like a victory. There were nights when you searched for rest, but your thoughts refused to become quiet. I watched every one of those moments with compassion. I never turned away from your struggle. I remained beside you even when you believed you were standing alone. My love has never depended on your ability to appear strong. I have loved you through every weakness and every victory. My child, I want you to remember that your identity is not built upon your worst day. It is not determined by the mistakes you regret or the opportunities you missed. Your life is more than a collection of painful memories. I continue writing your story with grace and mercy. Every chapter ahead carries possibilities that your heart has not yet imagined. Do not stop believing simply because one season was difficult. Difficult seasons are not permanent destinations. They are places where endurance grows and faith becomes stronger. You often ask me to remove every obstacle from your path. Sometimes I do. Other times I teach you how to walk through those obstacles with courage. Strength is not created by avoiding every challenge. Strength grows when you continue moving forward even while trusting that I am holding your hand. Every trial you overcome becomes another reminder that you are capable of more than fear has led you to believe. Do not become discouraged because your progress seems slower than someone else's. Every seed grows according to its own season. The tallest tree was once hidden beneath the soil where no one noticed its growth. In the same way, many of the greatest changes happening inside you cannot yet be seen by others. Continue growing in patience. Continue growing in kindness. Continue growing in wisdom. The fruit of your faith will appear at the right time. There are moments when disappointment tries to convince you that nothing will ever change. Do not accept that lie. Hope remains alive because I remain faithful. What seems impossible through human strength is never impossible for me. I am able to open opportunities where you only see closed doors. I am able to restore peace where anxiety has remained for years. I am able to bring healing to places within your heart that you believe would always remain broken. Trust me enough to leave room for miracles that begin quietly. Pay close attention to your daily thoughts because your thoughts shape your direction. When fear enters your mind, answer it with truth. When doubt whispers against your purpose, answer it with faith. When discouragement tells you to stop, answer it with perseverance. Every thought you choose to believe becomes a seed planted within your heart. Choose thoughts that produce life instead of despair. Choose gratitude instead of constant complaint. Choose hope instead of endless worry. I also want you to guard your words carefully. Speak blessings instead of curses over your own future. Do not say that nothing good will happen. Do not convince yourself that failure is certain. Speak with confidence because your words carry influence over your attitude and your decisions. When your heart remains filled with hope, your actions begin reflecting that hope as well. Remember the people I have placed around you. Some have encouraged you during your hardest moments. Others have challenged you to become wiser. Be thankful for both. Encouragement strengthens your spirit, while correction shapes your character. Receive both with humility. Pride closes the door to growth, but humility opens it wide. Never believe that learning has ended. Every new day carries another lesson that can bring you closer to wisdom. Forgive yourself for the moments when you believe you were not enough. I have already offered grace. Do not continue punishing yourself for what I have invited you to release. Learn from the past, but do not live there. Your future requires freedom. Let yesterday become a teacher instead of a prison. When you release unnecessary guilt, your heart becomes ready to receive renewed joy. Do not ignore the small opportunities to show love. A gentle conversation can restore someone's hope. A patient response can calm unnecessary conflict. A generous act can remind another person that goodness still exists. Never underestimate the influence of ordinary kindness. I use simple acts of compassion to accomplish extraordinary things in the lives of many people. When uncertainty appears, remember how many times I have already guided you through situations that once seemed impossible. You may not have understood everything then, but you continued moving forward one step at a time. That same faith will continue carrying you today. Do not demand to see the entire road before taking your next faithful step. Often, I reveal the next piece of the journey after you choose obedience instead of fear. Your purpose is not found in becoming perfect. Your purpose is found in walking faithfully every day. Continue seeking wisdom. Continue serving others with love. Continue praying with sincerity. Continue trusting even when life feels uncertain. Each faithful decision becomes another stone placed upon the foundation of a stronger future. Do not measure success only by visible achievements. Measure it by the person you are becoming. A heart growing in love, integrity, patience, and compassion is a beautiful testimony of my work within you. Today, I invite you to release every burden you have been carrying without speaking about it. Give me the worries that keep you awake. Give me the fears that follow you into tomorrow. Give me the disappointments you continue replaying in your mind. You were never meant to carry those weights by yourself. When you surrender them, you create space for peace to grow where anxiety once lived. Walk into the rest of this day with confidence. Choose faith even when circumstances remain uncertain. Choose kindness when others choose anger. Choose patience when life feels rushed. Choose hope because I am still working even when you cannot yet see every result. The path before you is still unfolding, and I will remain faithful with every step you take. If these words have encouraged your heart today and you are ready to continue walking in faith, comment, Amen, I trust your timing. Let your words become a reminder to yourself and an encouragement to someone else who needs hope today. Do not become discouraged because the journey has taken longer than you expected. I have seen every step you have taken, even when no one else recognized your effort. I know the moments when you wanted to stop trying. I know the nights when you questioned whether your prayers were making any difference. I know the mornings when you smiled for everyone around you while quietly carrying burdens that no one could see. Through every one of those moments, I remained faithful. I have never abandoned you. I have never stopped working on your behalf. Even when you believed nothing was changing, I was preparing your heart for what comes next. There is something I want you to understand today. Growth is not always loud. Many of the greatest changes happen quietly within your heart before they are ever seen in your circumstances. Just as a tree develops strong roots beneath the ground before its branches reach toward the sky, your faith has been growing in places hidden from human eyes. Do not underestimate what I have been doing within you. The strength you need for tomorrow is being built today. My child, do not allow fear to become the author of your decisions. Fear always tries to convince you that the safest choice is to remain where you are. Fear tells you not to forgive because you might be hurt again. Fear tells you not to dream because disappointment may follow. Fear tells you not to trust because someone once betrayed you. But I have not called you to live under the control of fear. I have called you to walk with wisdom, courage, and hope. Courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means choosing to trust me even when uncertainty stands before you. I know there are questions you still carry. You wonder why certain doors closed. You wonder why some relationships changed. You wonder why plans you worked so hard to build did not unfold the way you expected. There are answers that will become clear with time. There are lessons that can only be understood after you have walked through the season you are now experiencing. Until then, keep trusting me. You do not need every answer in order to take the next faithful step. Do not spend your energy wishing you could return to the past. Yesterday cannot be changed, but today has been placed in your hands as a new opportunity. Every sunrise is another reminder that mercy has not run out. Every breath is another reminder that purpose still remains before you. Stop allowing old failures to steal the joy of new beginnings. What happened before may have shaped you, but it does not have to define the rest of your life. Pay attention to the condition of your heart. It is easy to become distracted by everything happening around you while forgetting what is happening within you. If anger begins to grow, replace it with forgiveness. If pride begins to rise, choose humility. If worry begins to multiply, choose prayer. When your heart remains rooted in truth, your life becomes stronger, no matter what circumstances surround you. I also want you to become more generous with encouragement. There are people crossing your path every day who are fighting battles you cannot see. A kind word may strengthen someone who is ready to give up. A patient response may bring peace into a situation filled with conflict. Never believe that small acts of love are insignificant. I often work through simple moments to accomplish extraordinary purposes. Be careful not to compare your hidden struggles with another person's visible success. You do not know the full story behind their journey, and they do not know the full story behind yours. Comparison creates unnecessary discouragement, while gratitude creates lasting peace. Instead of asking why someone else has received something sooner, ask how you can continue growing where you are today. Every season has its purpose, and every faithful step prepares you for the next one. Remember how many times you have already overcome situations that once seemed impossible. At the time you believed there was no way forward, yet somehow strength arrived exactly when you needed it. That strength did not come from your own ability alone. I was sustaining you even when you did not realize it. If I was faithful then, I will remain faithful now. My character does not change with your circumstances. I want you to become intentional about protecting your thoughts. Not every thought deserves your attention. When discouragement speaks, answer it with truth. When anxiety tries to fill your mind, pause and remember my faithfulness. When guilt attempts to convince you that you are beyond forgiveness, remember that mercy is greater than your mistakes. The thoughts you choose to nurture will influence the direction of your life. Choose thoughts that produce hope, wisdom, compassion, and peace. There will be moments when the path ahead appears uncertain. In those moments, do not rush into panic. Pause, pray, listen. Sometimes the greatest wisdom comes after quiet reflection rather than hurried decisions. I will guide those who sincerely seek me. You may not receive every answer immediately, but you will receive enough light for the next step. Trust the process, one faithful decision at a time. Never believe that your prayers are unnoticed. Every sincere prayer matters. Every quiet conversation with me strengthens your heart. Prayer is not simply about asking for blessings. It is about building a relationship that transforms the way you live. When you spend time in my presence, your perspective begins to change. Peace replaces panic. Hope replaces despair. Gratitude replaces complaint. This transformation begins within before it becomes visible around you. Continue serving others with love, even when you do not receive recognition. Continue choosing honesty when dishonesty appears easier. Continue showing mercy when others choose judgment. These decisions may seem small, but they shape the character that will carry you through every future opportunity. Success without character is temporary, but character rooted in truth will endure. Today, I invite you to let go of everything that has convinced you to doubt your purpose. Release the fear that says you are too late. Release the regret that keeps pulling your attention backward. Release the anxiety that steals today's peace by worrying about tomorrow. Place those burdens in my hands and allow your heart to become lighter. I am able to carry what you were never meant to carry alone. Walk forward with confidence because every faithful step matters. Continue believing even when results appear slow. Continue loving even when kindness is not returned. Continue hoping because hope anchored in truth never disappoints. I am still working within your life, and I will continue leading you one step at a time. If this message has strengthened your spirit today, and you are choosing to move forward with renewed faith, comment, I will keep walking with hope. Let your words encourage someone else who may need the same reminder today. Remember that every day is another opportunity to trust more deeply, to love more generously, and to live with the confidence that you never walk alone. Before you leave this moment, I want you to carry one final truth deep within your heart. Never believe that your life is ordinary in my sight. Every prayer you whisper matters. Every act of kindness you choose matters. Every decision to forgive instead of holding on to bitterness matters. Every moment you choose hope instead of despair matters. There are many things in your life that seem small to you, but nothing offered with a sincere heart is ever wasted in my kingdom. I see what others overlook. I remember what others forget. I treasure every step you take toward faith, even when you feel your progress is slow. There will always be moments when uncertainty tries to stand in front of you. There will be days when answers seem distant and your plans do not unfold the way you imagined. Do not allow those moments to convince you that your future has been lost. I am still leading you. I am still shaping you. I am still opening opportunities that you cannot yet see. Your circumstances may change from season to season, but my love for you remains constant. That truth will never change. My child, whenever you begin to feel overwhelmed, Remember that you were never asked to carry tomorrow before today has even ended. Live faithfully in the present moment. Appreciate the blessings already surrounding you. Notice the people who care about you. Be thankful for the strength you have today instead of worrying about strength you may need months from now. I give grace one day at a time because I know exactly what each day requires. Do not become distracted by voices that fill your heart with fear. The world often encourages anxiety because fear captures attention. But I call you toward peace. Peace does not mean every problem disappears immediately. Peace means your heart remains anchored even while storms continue around you. When your confidence is rooted in me, circumstances lose their power to control your spirit. That is the kind of peace I desire for you. Remember the lessons you have learned throughout your journey. Every disappointment taught you perseverance. Every failure taught you humility. Every difficult season strengthened your compassion for others who struggle. Nothing that has happened in your life has been completely meaningless. Even painful experiences can become places where wisdom grows. Allow those lessons to shape your future instead of allowing them to imprison your heart. Continue becoming the person you pray to become. If you ask for patience, then practice patience. If you ask for wisdom, then seek wisdom through truth and humility. If you ask for peace, then choose habits that protect your heart from unnecessary fear. Faith is not only something you speak. Faith is something you live every day through your choices, your words, and your actions. Be generous with forgiveness because forgiveness frees your own heart. Be generous with kindness because kindness reflects my love. Be generous with encouragement because you never know whose strength is running low today. Every person you meet carries a story that you cannot fully see. Choose compassion before judgment. Choose understanding before criticism. These decisions reveal a heart that is becoming more like the one I desire for you. When success comes, remain humble. When challenges come, remain faithful. When blessings increase, remain thankful. When opportunities appear, remain honest. Character is more valuable than temporary achievements because character continues guiding you long after circumstances change. Allow integrity to become part of your daily life. Let your words match your actions. Let your faith influence the way you treat every person who crosses your path. There will be times when you feel tired. Rest without giving up. There will be moments when you feel uncertain. Pray without losing hope. There will be seasons when progress seems slow. Continue walking anyway. The greatest victories are often built through many ordinary days of quiet faithfulness. Never underestimate what consistent obedience can accomplish over time. I also want you to remember that you do not have to be perfect before you come to me. Come with your questions, come with your weaknesses, come with your fears, come with your gratitude, come with an honest heart. I already know everything about you, and yet my invitation remains open. Every day is another opportunity to begin again. Every morning carries fresh mercy. Every sincere prayer strengthens your relationship with me. As you continue your journey, keep your eyes open for opportunities to become a source of hope. Encourage someone who feels discouraged. Pray for someone who is hurting. Help someone expecting nothing in return. Speak words that heal instead of words that wound. Let your life become a testimony of love, compassion, patience, and faith. The world needs more people who choose light instead of darkness and peace instead of division. When you face decisions, do not rush ahead because of pressure. Seek wisdom, reflect carefully. Choose what is right rather than what is easiest. Many of the most meaningful choices require patience. Trust that I will continue guiding your heart as you sincerely seek truth. You do not need to know every detail of the future to take the next faithful step. Always remember that hope is stronger than fear. Love is stronger than hatred. Mercy is stronger than condemnation. Faith is stronger than doubt when it continues to trust through every season. Keep holding on to these truths because they will strengthen you when life becomes difficult. Let them shape the way you live and the way you treat others every single day. If this message has encouraged your heart today, comment, Amen. I will keep trusting. Let your words encourage someone else who may be reading the comments and searching for hope. And if these messages have brought peace to your heart and helped strengthen your faith, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who may need encouragement today. Your support helps these messages reach more people who are searching for hope and comfort. If you feel happy with these words and they have helped you grow in your daily walk of faith, thank you for supporting this channel and becoming part of this community. Stay with us until the end of every message, because each one is designed to encourage your heart, remind you of timeless biblical truths, and inspire practical faith that you can apply in your everyday life. May you walk forward with courage, choose hope in every season, and remember that you are never beyond the reach of my love.